Hello, everyone. Hopefully, you're having a wonderful day tonight. I'm your host, I'm always one, Neko. We are going to be playing or testing a new game that Cal suggested that we play. Uh, I think it's Agatha. Agatha. Totally not doing things on the YouTube side of things. On the Twitch side of things while doing this intro. Totally not doing that. Um, but yeah. Also, if my voice sounds off, I am sorry. I am still in the process of voice training and trying to alter my voice a bit. This always happens whenever I try to learn a new voice or get a new voice down. Um, but yeah, I'm trying to get a more, I would say, feminine sounding voice, hence why my voice sounds fucked. Um, it's not like a overnight thing or like, oh, you can do it within a couple of weeks or something. My vocal box has always been malleable, if you will. So yeah, it's always been malleable. I've always been able to alter it either higher, lower, changing the resonance and all the other fun stuff. Hence why anytime I do a voice, it's different, and that's why my voice never stays consistent. Is because it's constantly changing. It never stays the same for long. Like if you hear a video of me, like say 5 years ago, versus four, versus three, versus two, versus now, or a year ago and then versus now, you'll notice that my voice is either higher, lower, more bass to it, more pitch to it. Uh, it doesn't make any sense. I haven't figured out why, but that's what it does. Um, Also, I know next to nothing about this game. It is not controller friendly, so I am going to say this right now. It is definitely not in the top spot for me to play because it's not controller friendly, meaning it's KBM, and I don't really like KBM games. And I think it's also point and click, which is again not a good selling point for it. But I did say I would give it a try, a genuine, proper try. So enough dilly dallying around. I am going to attempt to play Agatha Knight. Hopefully the game's not too loud. I gotta get my headphones on. Hopefully it's not too loud for y'all. If it is, I am sorry. I can turn it down if need be. I can't see where the volume is, unfortunately. But, I don't know what that means. I don't. Okay, this is weird. Hold on. The visuals are getting really weird. Oh, what? Okay, hold on. I need to get this where it's actually loading up properly. Because right now it's in not the state I want it to be in. I want it full screen. Uh, uh, we're experiencing some small technical difficulties. I will resume the recording once I get the technical difficulties done over with. We get two audio options, off or on. There is no in between. I can adjust the actual PC volume, but that's it. I'll let you know now. It's got two options. Agatha. Oh, I gotta click it. 7 years old, can't sleep. Sounds like me, except for not 7 years old. My mom has a butcher shop. I really like animals. So at night, I go to the butchers to talk and play with them. We went from 0 to 100 real quick. Later, I killed and carved them up. So my mom can sell their meat the next day. How the fuck you go from 0 to 100 that quick? I love being the town butcher. Because I can be close to the animals. And their meat. Lamb chops, sirloin steak, pork loin, chicken thighs. I love eating meat. But I feel bad when I see that my friends, the animals, are scared of me when they see my knives. It makes me sad. That's not all. I've got another problem. Lately, we haven't had many customers. My mom is getting worried. She says that if things don't get better, we'll have to close the shop. I need to think of something. I won't be able to play with the animals anymore. I'll have to give up eating meat. Today my mom is going to the church to pray. This says it might help things get better. I'm going with her to see what it's like. Maybe it will help me think of a solution to my problems. Yeah, because church is always the answer. This is rubbish. Thank you. I agree with her. Mom, this is so boring. Again, I agree with her. I'm going to take a look around. Okay, but if you leave the church, don't go too far. Let's see what's around here. Hold on. Her actual name is Agatha Knife? I thought it was just a joke on the name. Well, the butchers isn't doing very well. So I thought we could come to church and pray and see if it helps. Pray? What's that? You'd like to keep working butchers, right? Yeah. Well, think about that really hard. And maybe it'll help bring our customers back. Back full of good, fresh meat just like before. Looks like cheese. It looks like cheese. With a sticker that looks like a watch. Why this cheese? Why there is cheese at a church? All the works with money. You touched my head, right? When you touch my head, we can take a look at what's in my bag. I'm not. It's just I read through what she said twice already. That's why I kind of skipped through it. I always carry my keys and my USB stick. USB memory stick. When you need a rest, just use the key and we'll go back to the main menu. If you want to save our progress, use the USB stick. Although, whenever we enter a new place, our progress will be saved automatically. Okay. I also have a big pocket where I'll store everything we pick up along the way. We don't have anything yet, but when we do, I'll explain how to use it. For the moment, let's keep looking and maybe we'll find something interesting. When you're done looking at stuff in my bag, tap my head again to continue. Before I forget, come on, I can talk to you like this instead. You can choose whichever. You can choose whichever option you like best. After all, everyone has their own taste. There are even people that like eating fish. Although they're probably not quite right in the head. Anyway, you have a couple of options to choose from. This one, or this one. Okay, we'll continue like this. Don't worry if you want to change later, just go to the main menu and check the options. When you want to get back to the action, tap my head and we'll continue. Yes, done. Interesting. Glass window with lots of different colors. Looks like a painting. Stained glass. This one has lots of colors too. Each of the windows is like a painting from the same collection, as if together they tell some kind of story. Everything's with the mouse. Okay. Looks like a painting. A couple of old. Damn. Couple of oldies. Looks like the shouting relaxes them. Listening to da da da. Couple of oldies. Listen to the sermon. Okay. Hello. Hello, young lady. Never seen you around here before. Is this your first time here? Yes. I thought this religion thing would be more interesting. So did I. But I'm not a Christian. But so far it's horrendously boring. I agree. That's because you don't know Reverend Bleak's story. No, I don't. Because all he does is preach. He doesn't talk to us about himself. Who's Reverend Bleak? They named him Bleak. Thank God that won't stop shouting. Okay, so far I like Agatha as a person. She's just pure. She's me. No, I've heard his story. I don't like it when people shout while explaining things. So perhaps you could tell me a story. It's a fantastic story. Reverend Dude done fell asleep in church. Reverend Bleak is the Time Lord's messenger. You have Doctor Who? The fuck? We now have Doctor Who in this game. Okay. He's traveled through a time portal in infinite times. And every time he comes back from one of his journeys, he brings us some cheese and a new thread. A new thread. Oh Lord, what the fuck? I thought it was talking about Christianity and stuff. Nope. They worship Doctor Who. Does he bring cheese from every journey? Your Lord sends you threats? Does he bring back cheese from every journey? Cheese? Yes. Each journey brings new threats from the Time Lord. But if we buy cheese, nothing will happen to us. The Lord will pardon us. The Reverend will be able to pay the toll when he passes through the time portal. So is this David Tennant or which Doctor is this? The 13th Doctor? Because he kind of looks old. No. 11, 12. Yeah. Peter Gabalti. Gabalti? I forgot how to pronounce his name. But it's basically Peter G. Pardon us. And we'll earn a new life when we die. What the fuck? If we don't buy cheese, we won't be resurrected. Okay. So Doctor Who sends you threats. Did you say that your Lord sends you threats? Sure. We all make mistakes, and the Time Lord knows. But he can't forgive us just out of the kindness of his heart. We have to pay for our sins. That's why he sends the cheese. That is very much a strange ass story. It really doesn't make sense at all. I agree with Agatha, it don't make no sense. We have to believe in something, my dear. We are a couple of oldies from whom life is coming to an end. Y'all Reverend is bleak and so is y'all's aspect of life. And we don't want to spend our flesh days. What the fuck? Worrying that we are gonna stripper. What the fuck? So we came here looking for some inner peace. And Reverend Bleak gives it to us. Although first we have to buy cheese, of course. Ah, by the way, you should also buy cheese. So the Time Lord will forgive you for not believing in him. I don't see the point in that. Buying a piece of cheese is going to make me believe that story. Nonsense. Take this money. Buy a candle from the 5th dispenser over there. And light it for the Time Lord. He'll definitely forgive you then. Do it for me. If it'll make you feel better. If you wouldn't mind. Here you go. But the Time Lord lights up your life with this... What? I hope the Time Lord lights up your life with his threats. Uh-huh. Whatever you say. Now we run! What's this dumb fuck gotta say? That's Reverend Bleak. He's shouting that everything is our fault and the Lord is going to punish us. Now and then he talks about the cheese savior. The fuck? What a pantomime? I don't really feel like looking up what pantomime means. Can I get like a definition in chat, please, on what a pantomime is? I felt like it has something to do with actual mimes. Like a pathetic mime or something like that. Oh no, I'll take the money and leave is my go-to right now. Say, fuck it, we're out. He keeps explaining over and over his fascinating story. Journeys through time, redeeming cheese, and other crazy things. He's gonna make me deaf from all the shouting. If the shouting wasn't enough on its own, those speakers are making it even louder. Let's see. A speaker. Reverend Blake. Don't punish us, cheat savior, what a pantomime. Alright, what's you got to say? I don't want to interrupt this speech. Sounds like a good thing to do. Now we have something in the bag. I can explain how to use the things that we collect along the way. For example, if you want to use the money for something or to give it to someone, all you need to do is come here, select it, and then get back out there by tapping my head. Then choose the person you want to give it to, or the thing you want to use it with, and I'll take care of the rest. Easy, right? Yeah, let's get on with it. Deuces! We outie! Oh! They're posing for photos. Photographer.
I appreciate what you did.
He or she is really dressed up. She's really dressed up. You can kind of see a bulge down here. What the fuck? We're breaking the fourth wall now. So I was kind of close. Looks like an advert. It says, "Would you like to give the gift of happiness to someone you love? Do you find it hard seeing your friends suffer? Do you need an excuse to start a war? Start your own religion by taking one of our courses. Come in and talk to us. No obligation." Okay, this motherfucker's gonna stop having their, I'm gonna say their, dress slip. They're gonna stop playing with their, whatever the fuck's down here. And they're gonna stop breaking the fourth wall. Alright. A small plate with a strange triangle drawn on it. Looks like a plate with ears. This guy has definitely collected some weird shit.
I loved you, Piggy.
Oh,
I loved you.
looks like a head of a reindeer with those eyes. He must suffer from insomnia, like me. That's a crazy stare, right? Mysterious reindeer. Bean floating in a jar. A glass jar with a bean in it. Bean floating in the jar. Bookcase with some books and files. There are books, a goat's head, and a big coin. I don't understand the painting. The decor in this office is weird. Yeah, very much. Strange makeup. Why am I getting Marilyn Manson vibes from this? Huh? For a second, you thought that set flies, didn't you? Oh, from the books? I will admit, for like maybe a split second, I thought flies, but I was like, no, it says files. But I'll admit, for that briefest of briefest seconds, I'll say it did probably say flies. Those are different colors. Hello, Marilyn Manson. Oh, young lady. Where's my mouse? Save my mouse! Tell me what's your name. Agatha. Agatha Knife! What brings you here, Agatha? I came to church with my mom. I wanted to know what this religion thing was all about. So I came along to take a look. What do you think so far? Do you like what you see? I spoke to some people and they told me some strange stories. For example, an ancient couple at the church. An ancient couple at the church. That is so scuffed and so fucked. Believe that buying cheese from that Reverend Bleak character that some guy called the Time Lord will forgive their sins and they'll be resurrected when they die. I ate an entire thing of pasta. You can't tell me they aren't interesting people. No, they are. And we find inspiration all around us thanks to faith and religion. Yeah, some people take it too far. But there's something I still don't really get. What is religion exactly? Geez, she's starting to sound like me from middle school. I ain't gonna lie, she is me from middle school. Well, religion is, how the fuck do I explain it? Religion is used based on the story of a particular character. That character is sometimes called God. What is up with this game and its story? I can't take this game serious. Sometimes follow so you can live in harmony with everyone else. Love, sacrifice, respect, death, resurrection, punishment, and other similar things. There are a lot of different religions, but most share similar ideas. I'm sorry, this music is putting me the fuck to sleep. I'm not even trying to be funny. It's not like the dialogue is helping because like they're not talking, so this music is making me tired. I'm gonna take the headphones off because the music in the background is way too soothing and I'm not trying to fall asleep while playing a game. Like I get that it's supposed to be background sound, but oof. Also, I lost my mouse at some point. In conclusion, a religion is a combination of ideas based on faith. Ah, and what's faith? You can say faith. You can say that faith is blindly believing something is true. Yeah, that sounds about right. So, someone that believes in a religion simply thinks that the ideas of that religion are true without checking to see if they make any sense. Precisely. I still don't get it. What's good about that? Well, there are some people that need something to believe in to feel complete. Religion can fill that void easily and make people feel happy. Besides, people that invent a religion can use it to manipulate its followers and ask them for money or other things if it's well run. As you can see, everyone wins. The gears are turning! But people really believe a story without asking themselves whether it's true. Like Christianity. Well, you've already seen the proof. The elder couple from the church believe that they'll be resurrected because they buy cheese. There's your answer. Not sure if he's a religion. No, not sure if he's religious. Sorry about that. What are these religion creating courses all about? Well, someone has a problem. They come here, we talk it through, and then we get to work. The objective is that the student is able to put together their own religion to achieve followers and, as a result, resolve their problem. Tell me you came up with the idea for Cult of the Lamb without telling me you came up with the motherfucker. And as a result, resolve their problem. We help the students by making sure they have all the necessary components to create a complete religion that will help them achieve their objective. So, anyone with a problem can start a religion, and that will solve all their problems? Correct. That is not how that works. Doesn't matter what the problem is, how complicated it may be, or who has it. We can always create a religion that adjusts to the needs of our client. The most important thing is that the religion is well developed, so that a particular group of people will believe blindly in it. For example, the cheese. You hear people talking about the Time Lord and the system of achieving redemption through purchase of cheese. Oh, that is based on an invented religion. Thank you. Mr. Bleak was having trouble with his business, and he came to us looking for help. So, if it's an invented religion, like all of them, Mr. Bleak has a business which produces, distributes, and sells cheese. But he had a bad year and didn't know what to do to recover his sales. Till he met us. One of our mentors worked with him to create a new religion with the objective of improving sales. That's where the Chrono Dairy religion... The Chrono Dairy religion and the story about traveling through time came from. Where Reverend Bleak brings back cheese from his visits to the Time Lord. When those faithful to the Time Lord buy cheese from Reverend Bleak, they receive pardon for their sins. What's a sin? When someone does or thinks something that contradicts the norm set by religion, it's said that they commit a sin. Ah. But Mr. Bleak's story doesn't make any sense. Normal people don't believe in time travel, or think that buying cheese makes it okay to do bad things. You say that because you still underestimate the power of religion. People that are fearful or doubtful will cling on to any story which makes them feel better. Don't forget their crosses, because let's not forget that they worship the thing that he was hanging on. Just putting that out there. Yeah, let's put a bunch of crosses all over the place. You know, the thing they hung him on. That's how we celebrate him. By wearing the thing we hung him on. They were in need of something to believe in, and he used the opportunity to bring them close to his religion. And now, thanks to our course, Mr. Bleak's cheese business is booming. I'll make my own religion. I can solve my problems? Of course, that's exactly what I'm saying. I'm sorry, but this whole game sounds like it's just making fun of this game feels like it's just making fun of Christianity, and I'm for it, but there's so much goddamn talking. I am trying so hard to like get into it, but there's like only talking. Exactly what I'm saying. Perhaps there's something we can help you with. Well, maybe. I work at my mom's butcher's where I kill pigs, rabbits, and other animals. I cut them up into pieces and prepare the meat for sale. That's unusual. Yeah, I know. Everyone tells me that. That's child exploitation. A young girl shouldn't be doing that. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, I agree with Agatha. I am like all on Agatha's side. So their god is just a dirty wooden bulletin board? Huh? Okay, you lost me on that one. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, don't worry about it. I like the animals. You like the animals, or you like killing them. I like being with the animals while they're alive and eating them when they're dead. I love meat. That that could easily be taken out of context. What I don't like is that they get scared of me when I approach them with my knives. I need to do my job, but it makes me really sad. That's my problem. Ah, and another thing. Lately, we've not had many customers in the shop. My mom says that if things don't get better, we'll have to close. If that happens, I won't have the animals or the meat. Anyway, after what you said, maybe you can help me create a religion like the cheese one, so that we get lots of customers at the butchers, and animals are not afraid of me. No, they don't worship the cross, they worship the thing that was on the cross. You know, the guy that got stabbed in the lung. Which, in some tellings, he wasn't even stabbed in the lung. And there are even some tellings that someone else brought the cross to the hill and that he didn't. It's a weird ass story that came from the Greeks. It's an interesting case, that's for sure. Yes. I think we can solve your problems. Really? We're going to need a religion that's slightly more complex than usual. But that shouldn't be a problem. I'm going to assign my best mentor to your case. The one that specializes in strange and difficult cases like yours. Yeah, Christians worship Jesus. Christianity worships Jesus. Which, if you go back far enough, technically comes from the Greeks. Which is fucking crazy. You should know, I don't have much money. Well, technically they worship the Sky Daddy, who's technically the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. And in some iterations, it's the Father, the Holy Spirit, and some fuck all other thing, which technically isn't Jesus, but it's supposed to be a representation of Jesus. So it's really fucking weird. They have over 80 something books in one version. They have 73 in one version. They have 30 in one version. It makes no fucking sense. Because they're one and the same, but they're two different things. They are one and the same and two different things at the same time. It's like Goku and Vegeta. It'd be like them worshiping Goku and Vegeta because they're two different people, but when they fuse, they become Gogeta, but they would be considered God. It would be like calling when they fuse either Goku or Vegeta because they are now one. I don't think I can pay for your best mentor. Don't worry, we'll make an exception for you. We'll use it as an opportunity to demonstrate that we can provide a solution to strange situations like yours. Convincing my animals is going to be a challenge. But I've got nothing to lose, so let's do it. Alright, time to take the course. You won't regret it. I bet I will. Oh, what was the thing you were going to tell me during stream? You told me on, oh no. Hold on. Hold on, hold on. What the fuck? You lost me. They worship both the God and His Son at the same time. Yes. Because God, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit which is God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit. They worship all three of them as one solid being. The God and his son at the same time. You broke my brain. This makes no fucking sense. I know they were stupid, but that's just idiotic. I didn't make it up. I'm just repeating what I've read and what I've seen and what I've heard. I can't. There's not enough IQ points and brain cells to make this make sense. No one in this plane of existence has the brain capacity to figure that shit out. Wait. Now what the fuck is the Holy Spirit? That's a lot more complex than I'm willing to actually go through. The other two I can make fun and do it easy. That one is very complex because some people say the Holy Spirit is our spirit or our soul. Some people say it's a higher divinity of ourselves as a collective becomes the Holy Spirit. Some people say it's the soul of God and Jesus. It gets really complicated. If you ever want to have like a real trippy moment, and it feels like an acid trip, is to read the Bible. Oh god, yeah. It's definitely, it is a weird ass book. And this is why certain groups of people don't like when I question their stuff, because I will bring up so many inconsistencies and plot holes in their stories that it doesn't make sense. Because the original King James edition was rewritten from a Greek version. Huzzah! If you want a really good read, read the Bible and you will see how absolutely fucking insane that shit is. It literally does not make any lick of sense. There's no concrete understanding of it. It feels like it's just a religion that says give me money, like straight up. That's what the religion feels like, to me at least. In my personal opinion, it feels like it's give us money because if you don't, you go to hell. Here's the fun thing. The Bible doesn't mention hell at all in any iteration. Some of the newer ones, yeah. But the original one, like the first, I think it was like the first 10, 15 editions. Nope. No mention of hell. No mention of a place to send you that you're tortured in or anything like that. That was made up later. Yep. Hell was not a thing. The Greeks, though, no, was it Greek? The Norse had Helheim, and Greeks had Hades, which gets a little confusing because the person that runs Hades is named Hades. But yeah. But yeah. There's no such thing as hell. Technically speaking. Hell is not in the Bible. Don't you just love religion? Let's just form out your details. Tell me your full name. Agatha knife. As a knife and fork? Yerp. Well, it suits you. Where do you live? At my. Where do you live? At my house. At the butcher's. I would put at my house. I guess. Okay, but I need you to tell me the address. I don't know it. Other than I think of it. Where I really live is at the butcher's. It's called Butcher's Knife. It's the only butcher's in town. What the fuck? I'm always there when I'm not at school, of course. What the shit? What's up? Is there a problem? Are you sure you don't want to report your mother to the authorities? Oh God. Oh. No, I already told you I'm cool with it. As you wish. Anyway, what I mentioned in the message, you know how I've played the shit out of Inquisition, right? Some those hours in it, and I thought I knew everything about it. I just found out there's a secret merchant you get at Skyhold that sells everything at all the other stores in the game, including all the rare super secret gear, and it's gonna be nice. And I never fucking know. Is this a mod or is this like part of the game? Because if it's part of the game, that's fucking crazy and cool. Now I need you to tell me your age. Fuck. How old did the chase she was? I forgot. Alright, so online it says she's 7 years old. Took way too long to find out her age. Anyway, what I mentioned in the message. As part of the base game, I never unlocked it because there's a weird bug that makes it inaccessible if you do a certain thing before doing another certain thing, which I always did that way. Ah! Okay. The fuck? So here's my question. Have you played through Inquisition again to figure out how to get the thing to pull up the specific merchant you're referring to? I'm 7 years old. Any illnesses or allergies? Insomnia. But I'm not sure if that's an illness. I'll write it down just in case. Do you drink, smoke, or take drugs? I like the smell of blood. I'm addicted to meat. I don't take drugs. I don't do that stuff. Why do you need to know that? Don't worry, that information isn't necessary for the course. It's for legal reasons. It's ridiculous, I know. Anyway, no drugs, that's good. Well, if I do decide to do another Inquisition, if you would like to tell me how to do it during that playthrough, I wouldn't be opposed to it. Nearly finished. Just one more thing. Telephone number? I don't have a phone, but I can give you the number for the butchers. No, that's no use. What about an email? Nope. Okay, we'll get in touch with you by special means. I'll leave a note for the mentor so he knows. Well, that's it. All done. Take this form and give it to your mentor. He's in the confessional at the moment. Confessional? It's the little wooden hut in the hallway over there. Go and talk to him and he'll let you know what you need to do next. Anything else you'd like to know? Enough talking. Trust me, it's enough talking. I'm sure you'll be able to find a sense of religion that will solve the problems you're having with the animals and the butchers. You'll see how much fun creating religion can be. Doink. Hello? Anyone there? Shh, don't shout. What do you want? I put my name down for the course on creating religions. The man over there told me to talk to you. Have you got the registration form? Yes. Very good. Leave it in the tray. These registration forms out of the class. Leave it in the tray. Of course. Oh, that's how that works. Okay. I put the form in the tray. I don't know where my mouse is. Okay, let's see. So, Agatha, a young butcher with insomnia, you want to create a religion that will help bring customers back to your store and make your animals happy while you cut them up with your knife and they bleed to death. Is that correct? Pretty much. An interesting case and a challenge, that's for sure. I like it. What the fuck? They're doing this for a 7-year-old child. Holy fucking shit. This, oh my god. You found the weirdest fucking game ever. At least in my opinion. I've played some weird ass ones. You can go home as soon as I've got everything ready. I'll contact you. Alright. Ah, one thing that's really important. For the moment, don't tell anyone about what we're planning here. If someone gets wind of all this, they won't believe in your religion, and then the plan won't be of any use. So don't say anything to anyone until I tell you, okay? Okay. Is that all? I don't need to do anything else? Not at the moment. We'll talk when I've thought through all the steps we'll need to take. Okay. Bye-bye. Hope this works out. Anyway, let's go home. Sure. We could talk about some anime. Someone open up that pink bunny. Perfect, got open. Oh my god. Why does this look like the dude from, what's that anime? Why does he look familiar? Cthulhu. Krillin. The Addams Family. I want to say, not Evangelion. Um, fuck. I know he's from an anime, but I can't. Oh my god, the dude, he looks familiar, and I can't fucking think of where he's from. I've seen this motherfucker. It's either Evangelion, but I don't think it's that, or Code Geass. And I want to say it's one of those, but I think it's more so Code Geass. I want to say it's Code Geass. I want to say it's the guy from Code Geass. Not the main character, obviously. Maybe they'll tell me here. Probably the boy's dead. Strange guy. He's covering his face with a funny wave with his hands. He doesn't look too well. Looks like a mess. He doesn't look too well. Must be the grave of someone from their family. That long stone must be the gravestone. grave. Hello. I mustn't run away, I mustn't run away, I mustn't run away. What? I'm useless. Are you okay? I am what I am. Okay, enough of that. You make no sense. I'm out of here. Thanks, Father. Bye, Mother. To all the children, congratulations. That's weird. Yeah. Keep what they're doing a secret? Yeah, not sus at all. I saw the first episode of My Stats as an assassin are OP, and the writing and direction are great. It sort of grabbed me, and I'm completely intrigued with the plot. It's a very gripping watch, and I love it. I have no idea what you're talking about, not gonna lie. Is that your son? Unfortunately, yes. I don't think he's quite right in the head. You're telling me? Yeah, and what are you doing? Living la vida loca here in the cemetery. What does it look like? The boy insisted on coming here to talk to that lump of stone. I've already told him that it's just a stone and that his mom isn't here, but it's like talking to a brick wall. Yeah, we're not gonna continue talking to him. Well, take it easy. We wouldn't want his party to end, would we? I don't know why, but I feel like I want to say Evangelion or Code Geass. There's got to be one or the other. Vito Corleone. Kenny. What is that? Let's say. Is it in the cemetery? I think this must be a cemetery. And down here, there will probably be a corpse. I want to say this is the guy Kenny from South Park, is what I'm assuming.
I appreciate what you did.
Oh, my status as an assassin obviously exceeds the heroes. That's what I'm saying. Like I've heard of that, but I only know it by the name. I don't know anything about it. I haven't seen the episode that you're talking about because I didn't know it was out yet. That's what I'm saying. I don't really know what you're talking about because I've only heard the name. I'm bored. I want to go back home. Yeah, me too. I'm tired of praying. Anyway, let's go. What the fuck? Looks like another day of finding customers. I hope going to church was useful and things pick up. Don't worry about it, Mom. I'm sure things will get better soon. Whatever you say. By the way, I'm pretty sure it's time to prepare our last pig. Can you deal with it? We probably won't sell any of the meat, but at least we'll have something else on the counter should anyone come in. Okay. Thanks. A bunch of fucking psychopaths. It's bomb. Cans of processed meat. Even the cheapest things won't sell. Oh. This says for all of them. It's so adorable, wholesome, and super easy to watch. If you say so. This isn't the back room. What's going on? Loaves of garlic spices in different colored concoctions. Maybe this guy's a cook? I don't know where I am, so let's not touch anything yet. A poster of the awesome Sandro. Maybe he's a singer or something important. And posted, he looks like a superstar. A crystal ball. First of all, hello. Hello, Agatha. Welcome. Have we met before? How do you know my name? I know because I am Sandro, the awesome master of divinations. Well, you're talking about anime I know nothing about, so it doesn't really connect with me for that very reason. If it was something that we've both watched, I would have more to talk about. Seeing as I haven't seen it yet, I can't really quote or talk about something I know nothing about. Does that kind of make sense? I'm not trying to be rude, it's just you're saying the second episode was cool. That's cool. I don't know. I can't have the same enjoyment you have because I haven't seen it yet. If you were to talk about the first episode, then I could have some form of understanding and I could actually talk about it because I've seen it. Does that kind of make sense? Like, I'm not trying to be funny or rude. It's just I don't know anything about the second episode, so I'm only going by what you're saying, that it's that it's adorable and wholesome and super easy to watch. I know next to nothing about it. Let's talk about the first episode then. Sure. I think I watched. Which one was that? The Gatherer one. No. Is that the Unlimited Gotcha one I'm thinking of? The one where he goes into the abyss. His party effectively beats the shit out of him because they wanted a human. Found out he's not a maestro or mastro or whatever to call it. He went through a teleportation gate and then he got some maid that killed a level 9,999. No, a level 1,000 dog looking thing, and he got a maid that's level 9,999. Something like that. Is that the one I'm thinking of? Is that. No, that's not. No. Gather. Hold on. Am I reading this right? Gatherer's Adventure in Isekai. What was the Gatherer's Adventure in Isekai? What was Gatherer's Adventure in Isekai? Which one was that? Because I blitzed through like 4 different episodes of 4 different anime. I think the Unlimited Gotcha one is where what I just said, where he gets like beat up a lot. A team brings him into the fold because he's human, and they're trying to have one of every, like, I guess, race in that world to be part of a party. They thought, well, their higher ups thought he was a maestro, and he wasn't. And I think they go to some place called the Abyss. He finds out that they were using him and they thought that he was the maestro, or their higher ups thought he was the maestro. So the higher ups told the group to just basically kill him off. And he ends up activating a teleportation thing, gets down to the sent down what he thinks is the lowest possible point in the abyss against some level 1,000 dog, rock, snake, tail hybrid thing, and then summons a level 9,999 maid. The gotcha one was interesting. I'll admit, I remember that one more distinct, even though that was the first one I watched. That one stuck out the most to me because I like the story of it so far. I will say that I don't like how it started, where the group was like, "Oh, we're so happy to have a human on our team," and then they become like assholes, and it's like, basically the first episode explains the title of the anime. Like, literally, that's the first episode. Explains the title. Like, point blank. And you can't tell me otherwise. It is literally, the first episode is the title. Effectively. The wild last boss. Last boss. I think that's the one where the dude beats the game and then he becomes a woman in the game, like some black winged angel chick, and just like mercilessly slaughters a bunch of orcs or ogres. I think it's orcs. I don't think it's goblins. I think it's orcs, and just like proceeds to like be way overpowered and like fast and strong and all this. That's it. Okay, it's. I can't really say anything because it's only the first episode, and unfortunately, when it comes to the first episode of most animes, it's just, oh, here's the premise of the show, and here's what it's gonna do, and it did that. To put it bluntly, I'm not trying to be funny or rude. It's just it's only one episode, and that's basically all it was. Was how can we do this in the fastest way possible to explain the show in one episode? And that's what they did. They explained the premise of the show in one episode. Um, for that, it was good. It's just for right now, most of those anime are okay. The one that I'm actually interested in is the gotcha, the unlimited gotcha, because the premise of it is really cool. It's like, in order for him to get really good gotchas, he has to go to the abyss of all places because it has the highest amount of mana in the air, so that way he can get really good pulls. So, eh, I like that one's concept a lot better than the last boss. Is basically another overpowered character who's like, it's basically reminding me of um I think it's, is it wrong to summon a demon lord or something like that? It kind of reminds me of that a little bit. Like, that's the best way I can describe it. At least from episode 1, it reminds me of that. I'm still trying to think of the garden one. Oh yeah, he goes and gets a dragon egg and uses heat on it and makes a baby egg makes an egg turn into a baby dragon, and it bonds to him, and he names it Dark, or Darkness, or what was it called? It kept going pew 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 pew. The fucking dragon. Um, was it Nero? Noir? Because it's a black dragon or something like that. And again, that one doesn't really have much I can think of to talk about because it was one episode, unfortunately. Because that's basically all that happened in the episode, really, to me at least, that I can remember. They're good so far, but it's only one episode. So there's not really much I can think of talking about on one episode animes. Or one episode of the anime. Never heard of you. I'm your mentor. I'm going to help you create your own religion. So that was you in the little wooden house. Yes. Wow, that was quick. I thought it would take longer for us to meet. Anyway, how did I get here? Where are we? This is my control center, where I give in-depth personalized advice. This is where I receive and orientate all of my students. Given that you don't have a telephone number or an email, they told me to get in touch with you using special means. So I teleported you here. You teleported me here? So there is magic in this world? And how did you do that? Are you a magician too? I already told you. I'm Sandro, the awesome master of divinations. Yeah, I got it. But what does that mean? Are you a magician or not? Pretty much. Just fucking lead with that then. In addition to being an expert in teleportation, I can tell the future. My specialties are. Oh, fuck? Tarot readings, basically. Burpination, slamming, shottination, terradination. Oh, okay. And all of the other divinations that you could ever think of. I am the master of all divinations because I am awesome Sandra. Yeah, I've got it. What are these divinations? They're metaphysical techniques or magical arts that are used to see the future. Ah. And what has that got to do with religion? A lot, apparently. A great deal, because just like religion, magic is based on faith. In the end, all that matters is that people believe in it, not people. I was going to say believe. People believe in it. But don't you worry, you just need to trust me. Let's get to work on carnivorism. That's where you're here after all. That's why you're here after all. Carnivorism? Yes, carnivorism. That will be the name of your religion. What was that other anime I was watching recently that I just finished? Uh, the last one that I remember, or after looking it up, is Welcome to the Outcasts restaurant, and that one, in my personal opinion, was really good. Um, I'll admit the backstory is a little dark. Well, each of their backstories is a little dark, but it got really good about midway through of him genuinely wanting to help these people live better lives, and ultimately by the end of it he did help them each live a better life. Was able to um get the people that were causing all this bad stuff to happen in the city, was able to capture them and force them to do better basically, and had like almost the entire town's worth of magicians come to this one place to stop all this bad stuff from happening because of some asshole that wanted absolute power. But yeah, it had a very compelling story for me, and among a few other things. So personally, I did like it. I think it was like maybe a 9 out of 10 in my opinion. The story was good. The characters were really good. The animation was hit or miss at some points. Um, the story for the main character, the guy, was a little on the darker side, but in my personal opinion, it was very well thought out and was very good, and it explained his character very well. Given that you like to eat meat, you're a butcher, and that your problems are related to those things, I thought that carnivorism would be the ideal name for your religion. What do you think? Sounds good. And what does carnivorism involve? Well, our religions are based on a perfect lie, which is able to transform fear into faith. Holy shit. You will develop each of the necessary components to create that perfect lie. Me? But you're going to help me, aren't you? Yes, of course. I'll give you guidance whenever you need it. That's why I have my fabulous deck of cards. What do you need the deck of cards for? For a tarot reading? I know I ask a lot of questions, but it's because there are lots of things about religion and faith that I don't understand yet. Don't worry. As we progress through the course, you'll become an expert. Returning to the subject at hand, when you don't know what to do, when my brain did not brain just now. When you don't know what to do to obtain the component you're searching for, let me know and we'll see what the cards say. The cards will show us something that will help us move forward. For example, the first thing carnivorism needs is a god. And I've got to take my medicine. Before you ask, God is a superior, imaginary, and powerful being. God is the one in charge of religion, so we need one. Once we have a God that followers of carnivorism will do what he says, although in reality it will be what you say, but we can worry about that later. Okay. And where can I find a God? It's for precisely that reason that we have the cards. They'll show us the way. Let's see what they say. Let's see what they say. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Okay, we've got the dagger, the blood, and the drunk. And what does that mean? It means that it will be necessary to find the blood of an animal. I don't think that'll be difficult. Excellent. Take this bottle. Fill it with animal blood and bring it back to me. With the blood, we'll be able to create the god of carnivorism. We won't need anything else. With just the blood, we'll be able to create a god. You just worry about bringing me the bottle full of blood. You'll see. Okay. But, can you send me back to the butcher's? Sure. If you leave through that door, you'll go there directly. I'll take care of bringing you back once you've got the animal blood. Okay, see you soon then, I guess. See you soon. Although he likes to go by the awesome Sandra. Exactly where they are. Besides, I don't think they'd be much of use to us. Oh, it worked. Well, I like the gotcha one, and I'm looking forward to seeing how the plot continues. That one I am most... I'll admit I am most looking forward to that one specifically. I don't really want to remember what happened in July 2021. Thank you very much, phone. I know what happened in July 2021. Don't really need a reminder of that. Thank you very much. Fuck you, Facebook. Don't really want to go through that again mentally. Thank you very much. Fuck you, Facebook, for bringing up July 2021. You can go suck a dick. Thank you very much. Sorry. But yeah, I am looking forward to the gotcha one. It seems very interesting to me so far. I really like a wild boss because I thought that even though that kind of plot has definitely been done before, I think the production values and the particular writing and world building of it were better than how it's usually done. To an extent, I must say yes for now, I agree. But I don't think it's done much better by much. If that makes sense. Like, it's done a little bit better, but not enough for me to be like, oh, I'm interested to see where this goes. It's more so, it's there, and eventually I'll probably get around to watching it once it gets a few more episodes, but it's like kind of on the back burner right now. It's not like one of my top maybe 5 or 10 anime that I plan on watching. Let's see. Plot definitely been done before. Blah, 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 blah. Just go right into rubbing. We're better. Okay, so I did read that one. And I think the overall quality of a Wild Last Boss is so good that it has the potential to become a new big franchise like Overlord.
Hi, demon_king_.
I don't know. I don't know if it'll be Overlord. It'll definitely be its own niche, which is part of another niche. But again, my personal opinion is I feel like it's gonna kind of fall by the wayside because I feel like people are getting tired of OP character comes from another world to a new world as the character they played in the game or in the show or the movie or the what have you. Usually it's game, and they're OP because that's how they made their character. The writing is different, the story is different, but it feels a little too similar as other anime, and that's why I don't think it's going to have as much impact unless they change it up enough where people actually find it to be interesting. For me, I don't know if I'm the average audience or not, but it's not exactly on my uh front burners of watching. It's definitely on a back burner waiting for more episodes. Um the Gatherer one seems interesting though. Also, what's up, Azura? Uh the Gatherer one, I feel like it's different enough compared to some of the other anime where the character is like OP. I think it's just barely different enough where it's like it'll be okay to play. I mean to watch, I'm thinking of the game. To watch where it doesn't feel like it's repeating something that someone else already did. Or it doesn't feel like it's copying someone's homework. What have I walked in on? Uh Pig BDSM. We're making a god using a pig. So that's what you walked in on. Anyways, how are you doing? I definitely think BDSM. I completely see what you're saying, and I'm not saying that it rises completely to the level of Overlord quality, and maybe people are getting tired of that type of thing. I'll admit I'm getting a little tired of OP protagonist is OP because that's how they made their character. I like the build up to become OP. That's why I like Slime. He's just some slime who eventually becomes OP. He doesn't start day one OP. Like, yeah, he had Veldora, but he still had to grow all of his powers, all of his skills. He had to work with Veldora's immense power that he was holding. He didn't have the power. Veldora had the power that was slowly seeping into him. So that one still felt like a good story because it was a build up, it was a slow build up over time and not out of the gate OP, which I'm kind of getting tired of OP out the gate, and then that leaves nothing really for story for me because I don't see anything compelling about it. I want there to be like some type of drama or something where it's like, why are they OP? Why do they need to become OP? Not, I'm OP out the gate. I like the build up to becoming OP. I like that the steps it takes to become OP. Uh maybe people getting tired of it. The Gatherer one definitely was the one that I had a big smile on my face for the longest time watching it. Hold on. Yeah, the Gatherer one definitely was the one that I had a big smile on my face for the longest time watching it. It's just very easy to watch, like a comfortable sweater.
I appreciate
It
what
was
you
definitely
did.
more laid back. There wasn't much um action as there was adventure, which I'm cool with. I'm cool with it having a bit more adventure. Um mm, it piqued my interest, but not enough to where it's like, again, it's not a front burner because again it's only the first episode. For me to put it on the front burner, I need at least 3 episodes. That's kind of why I kind of gave up on Let This Grieving Soul Retire or something like that, or Rest. I think it's either Retire or Rest. I only saw like the first 2 episodes because that's all they had, and I'm like, it's okay, but now I might want to check it out now that they got the whole season out and they're working on a second season, so I might binge watch that one. That one's still kind of on the back burner for a couple other anime that I'm watching. uh kind of like Kaiju number 8. Season 1 was awesome. Season 2 is awesome. I think I've caught up at least to episode 8 on Kaiju number 8, which so far that is an absolute blast to watch. Um, pig related BDSM, sign me up. No. It reminds me of Farming Life in Another World in that sense. I can kind of see it until I see him do more with what's going on, because like the farming one, he started the farm I think by episode 2. So until I see like how it works, because like I see like the gathering aspect of him having the scan ability and learning how to use certain skills because they're tied to certain words, I can see how that'll turn out. And I will admit, one part that took me out of it a little bit was the anteater turd, and the dude rubbing it on his face was like, what the fuck? That creeped me the fuck out. But like I feel like it's gonna be a good one though, at least. But yeah, I can kind of see how the Gatherer and the Farmer are similar in the same sense that he's gathering stuff to become stronger, whereas the other guy had like an OP weapon and was quote unquote gathering women that he was. The anime did a horrible job of it though. I'll admit, because I read the manga and it did a horrible job because there was supposed to be more blatant like him point. I'm catching up slowly. I'm doing the things. Trust me. I swear I am. I just want to get my opinions out there. Or my thoughts. But yeah, I was reading the manga and there was more sexy times. They definitely PG that anime versus the manga, which is more like PG-13. So I'll admit the anime was okay, but it was definitely PG, not PG-13 like it was supposed to be. I'll admit that it was easy to watch and it's very relaxing and wholesome. That I'll agree with. I will definitely agree with that it's relaxing and wholesome. You weren't comparing the plots, and that's fair. I ended up doing like a full comparison, and that's on me, but that's how I see things. I compare everything, and not just very particular spots. But yeah, I am reading chat. It just takes me a little bit longer to get through the comments when I'm trying to give my opinion on things and my 2 cents on certain things. Whoa, it worked! I'm back at the butcher's. Amazing. Luckily, I used to collect the blood when I'm chopping up the animals. Our last pig. I enjoyed his company, but his time has come. I hope we get some new animals soon, or I'll be really lonely. I appreciate you thoughtfully responding to each comment, and that's kind of what I'm trying to do, because I want to make sure that I give it enough thought and like enough thought effectively to the comments, because like to me, I don't like when streamers are like, oh, that's cool, and they just keep going, and it's like, could you elaborate further on what we were talking about? and then they'll say like maybe one or two lines, and then it's like one or two sentences, and then they go right back to the game, and it's like, you suck at conversations. Whereas I like to talk a lot about certain things, especially if it piques my interest. If it doesn't, or I can't talk about it, I usually say like a couple things and try to be nice about it and then keep it moving because I don't really have much to add to the conversation. But yeah, that's all I was trying to do. I was just trying to make sure that I gave a full like thought-provoking not speech, but like a thought-provoking like answer to the messages, if you will. Just finished up Observer earlier. One thing ended up being bugged, so I had to bypass the intended way. Woo! Oh shit. Also, how was the other game that you were playing? The one where you said it's like 6 different endings or 9 different endings, and you said it would take like, I think it was like 6 hours for someone who actually knows what they're doing to play the game, to get all the endings. Alright, Pig. What else? My friend the Pig. He's not been happy since I strung him up yesterday. I should say goodbye to him. And then turn him into premium quality. God damn! I've already got the butcher knives. I don't need the sharpener. I've been drinking knives. Would be really lonely. Okay. The fuck? Go with animal blood. Alright, a bucket. Alright. Oi, I clicked your head. My work tools. Is this gonna be like really gory? Ah! Ah! Oh, they actually made the sound. Ooh. Oh god, did they have to go that graphic? Well, it's not really graphic, but you know what I mean. What the fuck? Job's done, I guess. The bottle is full of pig's blood. What the fuck? All that's left of our last pig. Money could come in handy, but we'll need to smash the piggy bank first. Money my mom gives me for working here. I've told her that she doesn't need to pay me, but it makes her feel happier, so I'll just take it. But the hand won't fit through the hole in the money box. Need to smash it with a hammer or something similar. I sharpened my knives recently, so we don't need the sharpener. What the fuck? I like being teleported. Clock Tower ended giving up on trying to figure out where to go. Been too long since I last played to memorize. Fair enough. That's fair. It tickles a bit, but it's relaxing. Alright, what you got to say? I've got the blood. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your booty. Hey, shake that booty. What have you done to the blood? And why have you given it back to me? If I am the god of carnivorism, but I need a special potion made of animal blood. At least that's what the card said. I've added some of my magic spices to the blood and created an awesome elixir with my magic cocktail mixing skills. Ah. Now you have to drink. Mm. I'm sorry for the visceral reaction I had. I was I was not expecting that. Mm. I'm skipping that one. Nope. Nope. I'm skipping
Hi,
most
fake
of that.
underscore emo underscore
Oh my
Jace.
god. Mm. 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 I'm trying not to throw. Jace, how are you doing? How are you? Mm. Welcome in. My character just drank blood, and I almost threw up on the computer. How are you doing? Oh god damn it. If you haven't already, please go give Jace a follow. If y'all haven't already, please give him a follow. I am trying not to throw up right now. I was not prepared for my character to have to drink blood or a small portion of blood. I don't want to see how it tastes or anything. I don't care. Mm. How are you doing? How was the game you were playing? What were you playing? If you don't mind me asking. I think you were playing Alien Isolation, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I am sorry. That scene. Mm, just like give me a second. I am back. You would think someone who's been to exorcisms, who's gothic and pagan, though the pagan one doesn't really matter too much in the scheme of things, but someone who does witchcraft, someone who has done exorcisms, would be okay with blood. But I'm not. I didn't think it would affect me that viscerally, even though I didn't see it. Just the thought of it apparently fucks my brain up. Oh, I posted a couple of cat pictures in the Discord. Um, it was just one cat. Unfortunately, I couldn't get a picture of the other two because they were being assholes, so I had to spray them. They were beating up on Puss in Boots. Um, you should have heard the dry heat. It was definitely a visceral dry heave, and I didn't realize it until after I did it that I did that heavy of a dry heave. Came in right as it ended and caught a glimpse of it. Jealous of the cats. I get mostly, bro, wolves, foxes, and deer. That's fucking dope. All we get is cats, dogs, and by dogs I mean like boxers, huskies. I think there was a couple of pit bulls. Husky was huge. Some garden variety snakes, possums, and raccoons. Lots of fucking wasps and spiders, which I don't fucking like. Um, we just have lots of random deer, turkey, raccoons, squirrels, and birds. No, I'm thinking of skunks. Those are the ones that spray. Raccoons would be pretty cool. Little trash pandas with their hands. That's cool. Deer, that's cool. Turkey, that's a maybe. But like, fucking wolves and foxes and deers, bro, that's cool. Fucking deers, raccoons, squirrels and birds. We get squirrels and birds. We did have a squirrel. We did have like a form of pet squirrel named Peanut Butter because that's all he ate. We would put like peanut butter, like little scoops of peanut butter on the like on the banister or on the porch, or we would like throw some peanuts on the porch because he wouldn't eat it out of the bowl. He wouldn't eat it out. Well, he ate it out of my hand. He didn't eat it out of anybody else's hand, but he wouldn't eat it out of a bowl or anyone else's hand but mine unless they put it on the porch. He would not. Well, he, she, whatever. They would not eat it unless it was on the like floor of the porch. Fucking coyotes? Really? Wild dogs? That's cool, in my opinion. And quail, quail's okay. It's an interesting bird. I don't know if it's like cool, but it's a bird. That's not like your average like fucking blue jay, cardinals, and uh pigeons and shit. I can't think of any birds right offhand. Um, I can get close enough to the wolves and foxes to feed. Took care of the wolf pack that hangs around my backyard since they were pups. Dude, you are part of the wolf pack. What the fuck? Azura, you're fucking awesome. You have to play with wolves. And you're still alive. Exactly, that's cool. That's so cool. Mostly just have fox and rare coyotes. Very rare. We get like a mountain lion like once every 10 years or so. I did get near a hawk. I don't remember what kind of hawk it was, but I did get a picture of a hawk when I was like maybe 3 feet away from it. It didn't fly until like I think about like a few minutes afterwards. Um, I've seen lots of ravens. I've had a few ravens sit on my truck before. Crows have sat on my truck before. Like I had a murder on my truck. Like there was at least a good 10 to 15 crows on my truck. Um, I've seen some eagle. No, that was a hawk. I don't think I've ever seen an eagle. I've seen owls. I don't know if that's cool, but I've seen owls. What was it, like very big dogs that they trust you enough? Yeah. To put it bluntly, yeah. Also, again, I want to apologize for my very visceral reaction to the thought of her drinking blood, and I'm trying not to relive that. Now, I'm not trying to hit myself again. So I'm not trying to think of it, but yeah, I am sorry about that. Every year, I do a tour of thousands of hotels so that everyone can try my magnificent cocktails. And Sandra, I'm not interested in your stories. Damn, just boom. So rude. Yes, but what do I do now? She doesn't deny that she's rude. How long does it take for the potion to take effect? Not long. Wait a little while. A little bit more. Oh, we actually have to wait. Okay. Owls are definitely cool. We have those. Also, we have tons of songbirds and hummingbirds. I don't. So, I don't know if this is considered cool or not. Um, it was a bad situation, became a good situation. So I was sitting up on the roof one night. This
I
starts
appreciate
so well.
what you did.
Oh, I was sitting up on the roof one night, having bad thoughts. Whenever I sat up on the roof, the roof. Um, and I just kept thinking. Literally, this is what I kept thinking was, give me a sign why I shouldn't just, do something stupid. I'm gonna put it like that. I'm gonna put it as PG as I can. And I shit you not, a fucking barn owl or whatever the hell they're called, like the one that's like almost 2 foot tall or like 1 foot, like a foot and a half tall, like a big ass motherfucker, owl landed on the roof. Not even like 3 feet in front of me, 2 to 3 feet in front of me, give or take. And I'm just like, well, you don't see that every day. So I ended up not doing anything stupid, obviously, because I'm still here. But I got to see an owl. That fucking close. And got to pet him. Which was fucking insane to say that I was sitting on a roof petting an owl. Which is fucking insane to say out loud. But bad situation became good. But yeah. I kind of was like asking Hecate and all of them, like, just give me a sign to like not do anything stupid, and then like a fucking beast of an owl. That's the best way I can describe it. This was like a huge fucking owl. I don't know what owl is like a 1.5 feet tall. Yeah, about a 1.5 feet, maybe 2 foot tall. Whatever is a big owl, this was a big owl. Let me pet like his chest, his wings, like near his like stomach area, his, I want to say not paws. What's the fur stuff that's near like their feet and the talons? That fuzzy part near their legs. I got to pet that and didn't fly off. Sat there for like a good, I don't know, I think I was sitting up there for like 20-ish, 30-ish minutes. It was like late fall, early winter. It was fairly cold outside. And all I know is 1 second there was nothing there. The next second, fucking silent owl just sitting there. They really do fly quietly. When they first take off initially, you hear a couple of flutters. After that, it's pure fucking silence. They make no sound, which is fucking insane. The songbirds, my birds. Thank you for the love. I appreciate it. And the hugs. Petting an owl is definitely rare. I didn't pick the thing up, I'll tell you that much. I was not about to try and balance a fucking owl with sharp ass talons on my arm. Definitely a barn owl. Okay, so I wasn't sure. I just know it was fucking massive. That's the best way I can describe it. It was like at least, I'm gonna say at least a 1.5 feet, maybe 2 foot tall. Had like a brownish, grayish tint to it. Granted, this was like 1 in the morning, and like more so moonlight was lighting up the area. No real street lights because I think it was a power outage that night. Yeah, if I remember correctly, I think there was a power outage that night. And I was just sitting up on the porch and it was just moonlight. So it could have been gray, it could have been brown. It was hard to tell in the moonlight. Not like a flashlight was on it. But it was very talkative. Kept saying. So yeah. I get to pet an owl. That was fucking random. That's the most random thing I can think of that happened with me in like, no, not the most random thing. It's a random thing I've done near and or with a wild animal. I've done some stupid shit with wild animals too, but I'm not gonna get into that right now. Did it look like Owl from Winnie the Pooh? What the fuck does Winnie the Pooh's owl look like? Give me 1 second while I look that up. Boop boop be-doo. But yeah, I think it was the fuck was it called? Great horned owl. I think it was a great gray owl. It definitely wasn't a great gray owl. Great horned owl. Yeah, I think it was a great horned owl. I don't know why I said barn owl. Sorry. No, you're good. You're good. Definitely great horned owl. Barrel owl. No, that's not barrel. The fuck does that say? Bard? Bard owl? Is he gonna start strumming the lute? Bard owl. Kinda. Is there a possible mixed breed between a barred owl and a great horned owl because that's what when Owl and Winnie the Pooh is modeled after. Sorry for the. No, you're good. Is it potentially possible that a barred owl and a great horned owl got freaky and made whatever the fuck I saw that night? Is that's the best way I can describe it. It's like you mix both of them together. Whatever the fuck the crossbreed between those two is, that's what it looked like to me. But again, I was a lot younger at the time. It was just in binary state. Not a possibility that I know of. Fair enough. It could be like a subspecies or something like that. I don't know. Not saying it doesn't happen. Again, I was fuck. How old was I? I think I was in high school at the time. So under 18. So this is like at least um. God, I'm so old. Um, at least like 15, maybe 17 years ago, if not further. But yeah, a little bit more. Almost there. Okay, let's begin. What the fuck? What the fuck? Agatha? What's up, Sandra? Fuck you at? Right now I'm inside your. Oh god, I'm inside your head. You can't weigh very much. I can't feel anything. I'm in your mind, Agatha. I'm using my special powers to connect your dormant imaginarium with your reality. In other words, you're navigating through your own imagination. And if all goes well, the god of carnivorism will appear. At least that's what the card said. Okay. Good. I can tell that you're starting to trust me. That's the spirit. I don't see that I have a choice. Well, I guess I can work with that. Especially since she's got fucking magical pig's blood sloshing through her stomach. Anyway, can you tell me what you see around you? Right now, it's really dark. No shit. She just had her period. I'm going to hell for that one. The only thing that I can see is that I'm standing in a puddle of blood. Puddle of mud. Anything else? Is anyone there with you? I don't think so. Hang on. I can see a shadow. I think there's something approaching. Fucking where? And it's huge. Whoa, it's a giant pig. A pig? That makes sense. Hello, giant pig. That's me. And what's your name? Does it hurt? That's good. So that's you. Okay, hang a minute. Hang on a minute. Hey, Sandra. Tell me. I found the god of carnivorism. Really? Yeah, he's a giant pig called the Great Bleeding Pig. So, the Great Bleeding Pig. Wait, he wants to tell me something else. What the fuck? Yeah. Uh, yeah, sometimes that can happen. What's the other half of the conversation? I like it rare too. Okay, Agatha, you've met the god of carnivorism. That's all we need. Say goodbye and I'll disconnect you. What the fuck? You're so right. Sausages are very much undervalued. Agatha? Is that even possible? Inside? Are you listening to me, Agatha? Come back right now. Seriously? Okay, what is the pig saying? And what do I need to get to get in? Wait, where are you going? So soon? But I need your help. I said I want you to go in. Please don't go. Great bleeding pig! Great bleeding pig! It's over, Agatha. I've disconnected you from your dormant imaginarium. Why did you disconnect me? I was hanging out with the great bleeding pig. Doesn't exist. What do you mean he doesn't exist? He seemed real to me. Well, he isn't real. You created the great bleeding pig with your imagination, based on all the dormant thoughts in your mind, and with the help of my awesome cocktail, of course. Later on, for all this to work, you'll have to convince others that he exists. But no matter what, you must remember that the great bleeding pig is nothing more than a symbol, a tool, just another piece of the carnivorism puzzle. A made-up god for a made-up religion, okay? That's a shame. We were really getting on really well. But yeah, I understand. Great bleeding pig doesn't exist because I invented him. But I can use him as the god of carnivorism to convince. Hey, who do I need to convince? That's a facepalm moment. Don't worry about that at the moment. There are still some other things that we need to find. But before I forget, what were you and the great pig talking about? I'm not going to keep saying bleeding, because that's just making my throat hurt. What does it matter if none of it was real? It wasn't real, but maybe what you were talking about could be useful. Well, he told me that he really likes sausages, and that he likes meat rare, just like me. He also mentioned that deep inside, he has everything that I need to solve my problems. Interesting. And what does that mean exactly? I don't know, just as he was going to explain, you disconnected me, ya dick. Sorry, but I rescued you. I was talking to you, and you didn't respond. I hadn't disconnected you on time. You would have been forever trapped in your own imagination. In that case, thanks. No problem. Maybe I should drink some more of the... Bruh. Can we not? Can we not deal with the fucking bottle of blood? It's too soon. You should leave more time between journeys in your dormant imaginarium. Ah. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Let's get on with finding the next part of carnivorism. Yes. Got a god, now we need a sacred book. And in that book, we'll put together all the necessary principles. Ensure that carnivorism makes sense and will be useful. Unlike Christianity, like we said at the earlier points. And what principles are those? I'm eating crackers right now to, like, settle my stomach. First, get your hands on a book. We'll worry about the principles later. Okay. We'll need a thick book with lots of pages. A 3C's book. Loads of blank pages, that is. A book with blank pages? I don't know. You'll have to look for one. What the fuck? And if you can't find one, you can make it one yourself. Okay, I'll think of something. I'll go outside and take a look around and see what I can find. Excellent. By the way, given that we're talking about the Sacred Book of Carnivorism, perhaps the cover should be red. I like it. Find a book with lots of blank pages and a red cover. When you have it, we'll write the principles for your new religion. And with that, we'll have the Sacred Book of Carnivorism. And we'll be one step closer to solving your problems. I'll get on with it then. Good luck. Remember that if you need help, we can always consult the cards. Okay, Okay, but first I'm going to take a look around and see what I can find. As you wish. You know where to find me. Sorry that is. I'd very much like to get away from that fucking bucket. Looks like we still don't have any customers. Who's back home? Trust me. Soon we'll have lots of animals in the aperture, and the counter will be packed full of good, fresh meat just like before. Thank you, Agatha. You're my favorite daughter. But do I have any siblings? No. Ah. See you later. Me is going bad because nobody has come to buy it. What a disaster. Alright, so... Kitty! He's cooking a sardine. What the fuck? A man looking for something in the bin. Hello? Stay where you are. This is Stanley's territory. What do you want? You know, junk. You have a book with blank pages. Do you have a big book with nothing written in it? What sort of book is that? No, I don't have anything like that, and even if I did, I wouldn't give it to you. What you looking for? Anything that might be interesting or useful. I found a blow up. Anyways, stuff over there must be his. Cat seems friendly. Okay then, interesting thing to look for. Yup, is that your cat? He's my buddy. He's getting some food ready. Yeah, we're gonna just do something else. Say fuck this shit. Looks like he's got videotapes, newspaper, and other bits and bobs. He's got a Neo Genesis. A shop vac. Oh, hold on. Wicked? How old is this game? Because I don't feel like that was out yet. I don't feel like this was out yet. Dark Man Begins, so they can't use Batman, but they can use Attack on Titan. Well, they misspelled Alien. You got Link, Mass Effect, fucking Mickey Mouse without doing Mickey Mouse, Goku, oh, fuck. I want to say that's Princess Mononoke, her mask. I don't know the green dog bean thing, or the dog with the green scarf. The only thing that I can think of for this one is, the Immortal something or other. I think it was a Chinese anime, where the dude was, like, super overpowered. He fused a dog and a frog together or something like that. Maybe a comic book store. Hey, look, it's the Joker. V is for Vendetta. Isn't Captain Canada an actual person? I feel like this is an actual character. This place is full of stuff for geeks. I swear there was a Captain Canada or something similar to it. The rabbit. Is it in here or was it outside? Also, the smiley face is Watchmen, obviously. Hatsune Miku. Umaru. Jace! They got Metal Gear Solid Snake! Jace! They got Metal Gear Solid Snake! One punch! He actually got One Punch Man. What is that? Dogma, Team America, Into the Woods, Annie Hall, Forever After, Transmorphers. So is that Animorphs or is that Transformers? Because it's either Animorphs or Transformers, or they just slap the two together to make Transformorphs. Jaws, Sherlock, 2001: A Space Odyssey, Vulgarism, The Whole, American Beauty, Memento, 3000, Battlestar, Star Wars 1, 2, American Psycho, Star Wars 3, Star Wars 4. I'm just trying to see if there's... Hey, they got Ultimate Muscle! I forget his name, but that's the dude from Ultimate Muscle. I think that's supposed to be Godzilla. This one, I think it's supposed to be Predator. Stormtrooper. Fuck all, I don't know who that is. Power Rangers. Doraemon from the back. Catan, but Kuatan. It's supposed to be Catan. She's playing the DS. I'm sorry, I got a little distracted by like the stuff around here. Also, Pikachu, some weird dog thing, some lizard thing. Hamtaro! Blade Runner or Bruner in this one. A Clockwork Orange, The Empire of the something, Moon. I can't fucking read that one. Something Travels. The I think it's Untouchables. Django. Transpointing. The Shining. Ooh, that's a good one. The Shining. Ben-Hur. Too Much Love. American Pie. Inception. Yeah, I think that's all the references I can see in this image. Maybe both. Oh, the Transmorphers is Transformers and Animorphs. She must be really into comics, video games, and that kind of stuff to want to hang out here all day. Well, I suppose I'm not that different, because I spend all day surrounded by meat, dead or alive. Also, is that Magica? The robes? Maybe she's got a blank book. Go for it. Do you by any chance have a comic with blank pages? What do you mean? So yeah, a comic with blank pages, with nothing printed on them. I don't think so. All comics I have are normal with writing, sorry. Oh well, thanks anyways. No problem. I'm going to ask her if she's a geek. No, I don't have anything else to ask. I don't want to be rude. Alright. Is risky supposed to be risk? Like, is this supposed to be risk? You said... Rabbit skull. Rabbit skull? Don't take this the wrong way, but what do you mean by rabbit skull? I'm not entirely sure what you mean by the rabbit skull. Rabbit skull?
I appreciate what you did.
A rabbit skull?
Will the real Slim Shady please stand up?
Drink water, you dehydrated bitch!
What's up, Simple?
Hi,
On this photo
Simple
booth. You
KYN.
go in, the machine takes photos of you and then prints them. Nope, I don't really want to look inside her bag right now with the blood in it. Cross the street will be close to the bus stop at Nika's house. Further down is the supermarket, the burger bar, and the vet. At the end of the street is the library and the waste ground. On the bottom left, underneath the Comic Sans poster, on the very bottom of the left, is an image of a rabbit skull from. Let me see. Let me go back real quick. Okay, so Comic Sans. On the bottom left, underneath. No, hold on. The bottom left, underneath the Comic Sans poster, is an image of the rabbit skull mask from Donnie Darko. Are you talking about this one? The one that's beside the misspelled alien? Because that's Attack on Titan. Also, how are you doing, Central? But yeah, that's Attack on Titan. Because AOT. Attack on Titan. And that's actually one of the Titans that's in the anime. Who the fuck is this lady? Nope. Wait, click on her. Oh, okay, we can't talk to her, I guess. But yeah, that's Attack on Titan, by the way. Tired, getting ready for bed. Honestly, might be me shortly. A basketball, hoops, or something like that. Mouse. No, 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 no. It said the library. I'm assuming the library is going to have what I'm looking for. Coffee, random place. Cat! I've seen that cat one she's lots of times. Poor thing, I think he's been abandoned. If I could take him back to the abattoir with me, but my mom won't let me keep animals that we can't eat. I'm 90% falling asleep. That's fair. I'm probably going to be ending soon anyways, to be honest with you. Hi. Looks a bit cramped in there. When you're... Do you want to buy a lottery ticket or what? Like burning money, right? What? My friend Nika says that playing the lottery is like burning money. Oh, it's not always like that. Have you ever played the Fat Black Cat Lottery? No? I'll explain how it works. The draw is happening soon, but you can still take part. First, you buy the tickets. You can buy one or a few, but you can only do it once. Once you've bought the tickets, you can't buy any more, so you can only play once. Then at some point, the Fat Black Cat will make the draw, and if your ticket comes up, you win loads of money. And if my ticket doesn't win, well, you'll have set fire to your money, just like your friend said. If you want a better chance of winning that, then you need to buy more tickets, and that's that. But think about it first before you spend your money, because like I said, you can only do it once. No, you can do it now or later. Although the Fatback Cat is going to do the draw anytime now, so if I were you, I wouldn't take too long to decide. For what? No. Don't want to buy a lot of chicken. Change your mind, I'll be right here, but don't take too long or you miss the draw. Let's leave. I'm going to leave. Cool. I want to go this way. I think this is the library. I hope we're able to continue the story at some point. I'm attempting to do the thing. I don't know if there's a blank book around here somewhere. I'm looking for a book with blank pages. Do you have one in the library? Provides a computer so that its readers can make that type of inquiry. if you'd be so kind as to go to the first floor and make the appropriate search. Don't look around. Okay. I have one of those flyers. 200, that's enough. Very on them, but something like this would be good for the sacred book. Ugh. Alright. Going up, up, up. Alright, the computer that she was talking about. Let's see what we can do with this thing. Shut the fuck up. I love this library so far. Okay, it says that we can use it to find books in the library. So type in the name of the book. It'll tell me the aisle and bookcase where I can find it. Useful. Let's see. Blank book. Sure, let's look up blank book. It's probably gonna be like, you dumbass. The books aren't blank. No results. Do that for now. Alright, let's see. That's time to read that stuff. Will we be making our own book? I might be able to use it for my sacred book. I think Carbo would work. I don't need that. There's no one paper. Alright. I don't know what that machine was until my mom asked me to come here and get some recipes bound. When I gave them to that guy, he put them in the machine, and after a while, a book came out. It was like magic. Alright. Ooh, Etherborn. I remember that game. Hey, do you need something? Maybe they have a blank book or something similar. I need a book with lots of pages. Lots of blank pages with nothing written in it. Thought maybe here in the copy shop, you'd have something like that. Sorry, but I don't have any books. The closest I've got would be a notebook, but I've run out of those. Although, I could make you one if you want. But really? Yeah, I can find a book for you with as many pages as you like. Bring the sheets of paper and I'll do the rest. Okay. Alright, leaving. Go do the thing. What do I do with those boxes? I don't think that would be much use to me. If the paper was bigger, maybe I could use to make my own sacred book, but I don't think that would work. I don't need that. I don't need any cardboard. Folder I've never used. Don't need new one. I don't need new folders. Which it costs money. When my mom needs them, she can come and buy them herself. That's photocopier. Okay. Anything else for school, like photocopies, binding, pens, or pieces of candy? You know where I am. These people that don't know what's good for them. Many sausage or chorizo are the best for snacking, not the sweet stuff. Do I get? I think that's called tracing paper. It's almost transparent and it's easy to rip. Big piece of different colored cardboard, but like the ones I use in art class for drawing animals. The cork nose board with posters, a t-shirt, and samples. I think they're cardboard boxes. Boxes like those, put the orders and bills in. Photo like this, like that. Took it to school for the first few days, but I never used it because I didn't take any notes. So I ended up giving it to my mom. Stuff for our arts and crafts at school. Art class is the only one that I can stay awake in. Enjoy the class, although I always end up doing the same thing. I get some huge pieces of card, draw lots of animals, and then cut them out. When I'm bored of playing with them, I cut them into tiny pieces with the scissors. Then I give the pieces to a boy in my class. I can't remember his name, but he loves to eat paper. I like watching him eat the pieces of animal I draw. It gets me ready to start my day at the butcher's. What the fuck? Okay, so now we need to find sheets of paper. Like how twisted this game is. It gets twisted. So far, it gets really twisted. What's up? Looks like he knows where to find a blank book. I'm looking for a blank book. Blank book? Yes. You mean to say with blank pages? Yes. Not just pages, but lots of pages? Yes. Like the one I have right here? That's right. Yep. Can I have it? Will you give it to me? No. Why not? Not reading anything, there's nothing written in it. Why do you want it? Just because you don't see anything doesn't mean there's nothing written. What do you mean? You'll discover it in time, or maybe not. But we don't need to worry about that now. This book's not for you to use as the sacred book of carnivorism, Agatha. What the fuck? Pretty much. But it doesn't matter, don't worry, just trust me. To find your sacred book, you need to look elsewhere. But I just met you. I don't know if I can trust you. You only just met Sandro, and you trust him, right? This was Sandro's helping me create carnivorism. How the fuck does the plot... Okay. How? Okay, I am too. And if you heed my words, you'll find your sacred book. And if I don't find it, you will. Don't worry. You're smarter than you think. Believe me. Organized from somewhere. Have you ever been to the Knife's Butchers? No, I usually buy meat from the supermarket. Ah, you're one of them. Yes, but don't look at me like that. I love rare meat too. Are you sure? You like meat so much, why don't you buy it from the proper butchers? Do you like it when the housewives start gossiping in the store? Well, I don't, and that's why I don't go to the butchers. Well, also because it's usually more expensive. And the life of an independent video game developer is tough. Hold on, what? Is he the developer? So I'm hoping you get on with lots and lots of people. You have a blast on the religion creating course. And achieve that creation of carnivorism with Sandra's help. If all that happens, I'll be able to enjoy a decent steak more often. Although I'll have it delivered so I don't have to talk to anyone. I believe in you, Agatha. How do you know about my religion? I'm Jordy, from Mango Protocol. One of the fucking developers, like I just said. Motherfucker. You could say that I know everything about you. Anybody know who knows Spanish? Can you translate whatever the fuck he said? Please? I'm gonna take a screenshot. I'd greatly appreciate it. I don't know what the fuck he said. Alright. I went to Google Translate and I literally typed it in letter for letter, word for word. And it means in English. My colleagues Mariana and Javi and I are the creators of the course you are taking. What? The course. Los creadores del curso que está haciendo. That's what it says. I don't fucking know. I don't know. I think they were trying to say the creators of the game or something. I don't know. At least that's what Google Translate says. Fuck if I know what that actually says. I'm gonna probably ask. Um, I think Jace said he knows Spanish. If I'm not mistaken, I think Cal also knows Spanish. I don't know. So I'm kind of guessing right now. Um, so I'm gonna probably ask them, and maybe they can give me a better translation. I don't know how true that is or not, but if I remember correctly, I think Jay said at one point he speaks Spanish, and I think Cal has mentioned something about Brazil, and I think, again, if I remember correctly, they do speak a bit of Spanish in Brazil, if I'm not mistaken. We've been talking with Sandro so that he can help you create your own religion, but I thought the creator of the course was the man that sent me up. Who? The one with the makeup on his face and the fireplace in his office, next to the little wooden house where Sandra was hiding? Ah, yes, Master Mason. And I said, that's probably Marilyn Manson. That's Master Manson. It's probably Marilyn Manson because the character model looks similar to Marilyn Manson. He and Sandra are collaborators. Ah, anyway, that's why I know so much about you. Right. So, how's the course going? So far, so good? Yeah, I think so. It's been ages since I spent time outside the butcher's, and I'm enjoying it. Although I prefer being with my animals. Okay, well, I'm sure you have the back room at the store full of friends again soon enough. You seem to know a lot about my religion, so I was wondering if you can give me some advice. Well, my advice is that you keep your eyes open wherever you go. Listen well to all the people you speak to, and don't obsess over the things that are out of your reach. Probably don't need them. I'm out of here. Excellent. Good luck. Let me just say something about a thing called pixel. Pixel art from technical limitation to stylistic resource. Anything down this aisle? Are books to help you write properly, things about grammar, spelling, dictionaries. That they're science fiction books. That's the big comic encyclopedia. There's a volume about superheroes and one about science fiction humor detectives. 14 Shades of Grey. I think they mean 50 Shades of Grey. Princes and Castles. Yes, yes, give me more. I hope that's not BDSM. I think these are for adults, not interested in those. Yes, yes, give me more. 50 Shades of Grey. Self-help books. Illustrations and other things for adults. Hey, let's see what's over here. A load of history books. They look tidy, one next to the other like that. I see books from the Rough People collection. Looks like there are various editions because there are different volumes of different colors and sizes. Borders, history of human conflict. Catacombs, labyrinths, and sewers of the world. Roadmaps for teleportation. I bet Sanro has read that one. There's another collection of books. One's called Hurricanes, Earthquakes, Donald Trump, and Other Natural Disasters. Oh my god. This one's called Hurricanes, Earthquakes, PTJ and other natural disasters.
I appreciate what you did.
Fucking let's go. That is fucking hilarious. This one looks like a collection of books about the sea. It says Pelagisopedia. Oh, we can mess with that? Okay. So we can toy around with this. Got the red book here. With maps and geography stuff. I think it says philosophy on some of the books. Alright, so we can move the ladder for fuck all reasons. This has some red books. Books on politics, boring. These books have fancy covers. They're cool. These are books about, I think it says anthropology. Evolution of man. One called The Evolution of Woman. Alright. So... Oh no, she said her friend was at one of the, what's it called? Door without a handle. I guess you can open it if you swipe an access card through the card reader on the right. Card reader for the door next to it. Card reader. The person in the coffee shop, I can get a book bound for free. Okay. Elsa Show Circus. Is this where the dude lives? Sandra? Crap, she saw me. Yeah, and I can hear you too. What are you doing at the circus? As you can see, here I am. You didn't teleport me this time, did you? Nope. Of course, that's why I didn't feel that tingling sensation when I came through the door. And why did you have when I came in? And you, why don't you knock when you enter a place you don't know? I'd never knock, I'd just go in. Anyway, I already knew this place. What I didn't know was that it was a circus caravan. I thought you were in another dimension or something strange like that. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint. You haven't disappointed me. You don't think I'm a loser because I work in a circus caravan? Nope. Makes no difference to me if you're in a little wooden house, a circus, or any other dimension. I like you because you're helping me create carnivorism, and that's cool. You're cool. This cool? Well, awesome. Thanks. No problem. Well, now you're here. Do you need something? Shall we consult the cards? Do you want me to teleport you to the butcher's? Or have you got the book already? What I have to do? I need him to help me with his cards. And butchers, I'm not sure how we're going to create carnivorism. Weird. I don't get how he would teleport me. I don't need anything. I'm going to do something else. Good luck. Come and see me if you need help. Because I saw the pattern and I was like, I bet that's him. Kitty! He said maybe we can do something to help him. Hello, lion. Hello. Hold on. What? The lion talks? He's got a sad face. There's blood coming out from under the entrance to the circus. I should go. Is something the matter? I miss my cubs. Where are they? A week ago they left and went to the zoo. They said they were tired of the circus and that they needed a change of scenery. So they went to the zoo and left me here on my own. Well, not completely alone. My wife is here, but she's not much company. Poor thing. I don't blame them. I did the same thing when I was young. I lived with my parents in the documentary recording studios, so I got tired of chasing after the antelopes every day. I came here to the circus with my girlfriend, leaving my parents behind. I had the best days of my life here with the kids. Now they're gone and it's not the same. I miss them so much. I feel really sorry for you. I do too. Can I do something for you? Well, could you go to the zoo and tell my children that I love them? Of course! It's fantastic. And could you give them this, please? What is it? Antelope meatballs with the finest savannah herbs and baby wildebeest blood reduction. Why is that always blood with this game? Don't you eat them. They're the last ones of the batch. It's my kid's favorite meal from an old family recipe. Okay, I'll take the meatballs to you kids. Where's the zoo? No idea. They didn't leave the address when they left. Okay, I found a way to get there. Don't worry. Thank you, small human. You're very nice. No problem. I don't like seeing animals sad, so I'll do what I can to help you. Sure, I'm sure your cubs miss you too. I don't know. Hope they at least like the food. Hopefully it will bring back good memories for them. Cheer up. You'll see your kids will love the meatballs you made for them. Hope they turned out okay. I don't have any more ingredients. Besides, I won't be able to make more of those meatballs because the antelope is extinct. And the savannah has become a desert, so there aren't any fine herbs left. At least I still got the recipe. Well, I have it inside the tent. A few days ago, the last performance of the afternoon session, my colleagues at the Little People blocked the exit and cut all the people in the public and the circus workers in half. No one was left whole. Oh, why did they do that? Well, they came out on stage in the middle of the performance asking for a raise because they were earning half as much as other performers. Boss asked the audience and they replied that given the little people were half the size of a normal person, what the fuck? I don't think the little people were particularly happy about that. I wouldn't be neither! The fuck? Because they took a few swords that were lying around and the stage ended up full of half people. Ooh. No, everyone earns half his salary. Makes sense. What the fuck? Just like my average eye. All covered in blood, full pieces of meat. I doubt human tastes good. What the fuck? I think she said her friend lives at the end of the... I forget which block it is. I don't think it's the one with the library. I think it's the one before the library. Do, 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 do. I don't think it was the vet. I don't know who lives there. Let's go look somewhere else. Close. Alright, let's go here. No one has a problem with a little child running around the city. Okay, that makes sense. What about this house? Oh, we can go in here. Hamster! That's Luso. Nika's hamster. Okay, so Nika must live here then. He looks cute eating his seeds on top of the cushion. Hi, Mrs. Allen. Is Nika home? No. Don't waste your time. She can't hear you. What's wrong with Nika's mom? The usual. She's addicted to trash TV. As soon as this rubbish comes on the TV, she sinks into the sofa and disconnects from the world. Looks like to me like you're enjoying it too. Well, you know. I don't want to watch them, but they're like a hard drug. You start watching one, that's it. There's no escape. Good job I brought enough seeds for the whole afternoon. Be careful, it's really dangerous. If I was you, I'd stop watching before it's too late. This program is boring. That's what I said at the beginning, and here I am. But at least I can still speak. Not like Miss Allen, she's definitely lost. Anyway, whatever. I didn't come here to watch TV. Nika here? Yeah, she's upstairs in her room, messing around with her things like every afternoon. Thanks. Hurry up. Get away from the TV before it traps you. Nika's in her room, not in the kitchen. Maybe Nikki's using that with that thing with the lights. Hey, Nika. Hey, Agatha. Why aren't you at the butcher's? Well, I wanted to get some fresh air. I was passing your house, so I thought it'd be cool to come and say hi. Is that it? Oh, it looks like you wanted to ask me something. I think because hammer could be useful. Help me with the secret book of numbers on. Nika always been really good with computers. I'll tell her that her mom looks awful in case she doesn't know. Will you lend me your hammer? Sure, just take it. What are you doing? I'm working on a project for school. Well, it's for school, especially for the director and my teacher, but also it's a project for my parents and my brother, and for everyone that goes on the TV and says stupid things, for techie things and repetitive video games, programs, obsolescence, and stripped screws, for those and loads of other things. But what's the project about? I can't tell you. Why? It's a secret. Okay. Try to speak to your mom, but she doesn't say anything. She's watching the TV, right? Don't even bother. That woman is a mess. Her brain's all shriveled up. I'll leave it to your computer? Yeah, computer, desktop, super awesome machine. Call it what you want. Anyway, see you later. Yoink! Cables, books, tools, Nika stuff. Optimus Prime. Cat. I don't want to wander around Nika's house. Alright, we got a hammer. Why the fuck do we have a hammer? I have no idea. I don't like it. Do you know who lives there? Yeah, me neither, so let's not put ourselves in trouble or something like that. Actually, I only know the house of 3 people. Nika, my mom, Sauce, and mine. And this isn't one of them. Back room at the butcher's, which is really cool. Animals meat are best things ever. Today's stew meat, $1.99. Let's go in here. Oh yeah, we can break the piggy bank. Ooh. Money could come in handy, but we'll need to smash the piggy bank first. Smash, 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 smash. I saved more than I thought. Yoink. Payday! Oh, it's my pig-shaped money box. So now we have... We're killing the animals and preparing meat for the store. Right. Um, Now we can buy lottery tickets, I assume. Fat cat, fat black cat lottery. Let's go. We are just flying through this place. That cat is licking his butthole. Let me get how this lottery thing works. Okay, here we go. With Black Cat Lottery, you can buy as many tickets as you like, one or a few. Once you've bought the tickets, you can't buy anymore, so you can only play once. Then at some point, the fat Black Cat will make the drawing and might win.
Drink water, you dehydrated bitch!
Thank you. Winning, then you need to buy more tickets separately. And the prize is
Will the real
loads of
Slim
money
Shady
as Fat Black
please
Cat.
stand up?
What do I have got here? Let's see. Thank you for the shirt as well. Hey Cal, do you know Spanish perchance? Because I think that was one of the languages you told me you speak. That money I can give you loads of tickets. Here you go. This draw will be made soon. Come back later to see if you've won. Or wasted your money. Okay. Got loads of tickets, so I hope you get lucky. Let's leave it. Burning money! Alright. Hmm. Where am I supposed to get paper from? It doesn't say where I can get paper from. Maybe the vet? Hello, animal doctor. Hello. There's a kitty. You must be an animal lover like me. Cool, don't you think? Yeah, they're cool. He's got money behind his back. What do you have money for? Not had anything. He's not very chatty, and I've got nothing else to ask him. I've got things to do. Yep, whatever. Dogs, cat, a guinea pig, an iguana, and a bird. Yeah, there's a ferret too. Such a shame they're all locked up. Better get suspected, they're probably sick. My photos of dogs and cats are cute. They give that prize to places that look after animals well. That's for one reason they ignored me. They even sent them loads of photos of me playing with the animals. Feeding them, slicing them up with gloves, singing to them while they bleed. That sort of thing. What the fuck? I don't get why they didn't respond. Because you killed animals! That's why. They don't look like they could help me now. I need to figure out some something for paper. Let's see if I can pull up the thing that I Google translated and hopefully you can give me a better answer than Google. That's what I got from Google Translate. Fuck! Took a screenshot. I'm gonna send you the screenshot later with what it said in Spanish, I assume. Because, like, hacienda and blah 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 blah, and esta and EO and stuff like that, so I'm assuming Spanish. I'm gonna send it to you later after stream. All done. You wanna go back to the main menu? Yes. And on that note, I am going to end it here because I need to get some rest and whatnot because it's already 1 o'clock in the morning. We will definitely be playing this at another time. Not right now. Um, but yeah. The game was interesting. I will admit the blood portion I didn't give two shits for. Um, Outside of that, it's an interesting puzzle game. I don't usually play point and click games, mainly because I don't like them. But this one it's okay. It's not exactly like my cup of tea. I may come back to it, maybe not next time because I need a palate cleanser. Um, no pun intended for palate cleanser. Um, uh, Probably won't be this. Might be next week. Or no. Maybe I might come back to it this week. Um, it's just the don't really feel like dealing with any more blood scenes, and there's been at least two so far. That have talked about massive amounts of blood. Uh, I am glad I gave it a chance though. Um, it's not exactly my type of game, but it is something I would like to continue playing to beat because I feel like it's going to be a shorter game. I don't imagine this is going to be many parts per se. So, eh, um, so yeah. Um, Try not to make it on Monday next time. I need to go to sleep early on Mondays. Fair enough. I make no promises. Um, Anyways, I hope to see all of you beautiful souls next time. Hopefully, I'll have you a wonderful day and a night. I will see you all in the next one. Friday? Yeah, I think it's Friday is the next stream. I'll see y'all Friday. And as always, no matter what anyone tells you, you are valid, you matter, and you are loved. I hope to see all of you beautiful souls next time. Have a wonderful day and a night. Peace and aloha. Bye.